Come on, man. Look at the NFL.
Lives matter. Internal to the crime. Internal to the crime. Find the police. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. No justice. No peace. Yes, sir. No justice. No peace. No peace. No peace. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Don't shoot. Don't shoot. Wave beats. No peace.
That violating a dress code such as shoulders being exposed for their shorts too short has become a higher priority over making derogatory and ignorant racial slurs within our schools. Such a disconnect teaches students that they can say whatever they want to whomever they want, no matter who it offends or disrespects. If we expect change, it has to happen in the classroom and at home. Racism needs to be more addressed in our schools so students are educated and get a better understanding of the seriousness of the issue. Families need to stop teaching their children to hate others or discriminate just because of one skin tone or ethnic background. I am so tired of hearing, my parents are not racist, I am just not allowed to date anyone black, but I can have black friends. This is an example of appropriate means of thinking. But to be clear, this is still racist and offensive. So no, I do not want to come to your house knowing that the environment consists of racial misconceptions. Please, people need to stop stereotyping and forming opinions based off of what a person is wearing, the style of one's hair, or the color of their skin. Black Lives Matter is not one race or one person being better than the next. It is simply saying that black lives are just as important as other lives, and that we want to be treated equally. Not all police officers are bad, but there are a lot of police officers that stand by and do nothing. Police officers are not above the law. Their job is to enforce the law. Nobody should be afraid of the police. They should feel safer when they're around. If we expect change, we have to be the change. I'm currently obtaining my bachelor's degree at Penn State Fayette in Administration of Justice to be a state trooper. I have chosen to become a state trooper. So there is one less officer taking innocent lives. I would like to close with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The time is always right to do what is right, and I believe that time is now. Thank you.
It said that if it was only going to be us two walking on the sidewalk, it was only going to be us two walking on the sidewalk. Growing up, my dad gave me one rule: pay attention. So that everyone who wants to help, but you just don't know how to, pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on around you. There's small things every day. Every day we go through different things. At the end of the day, life's about perspective. Look at things from more than one perspective, and we'll be better off in life. Thank you.
My name is Edward. Today, I was always coming on to let you guys know that me and Griffin, I've known this guy for about 5 years. At first, we did not like each other. Basketball.
Griffin Thompson's grandmother, and Detea Pearl's cousin. First and foremost, I thank God for and am so very proud of all these young people who have come together with goodness in their hearts to exercise their rights and express their feelings and opinions to bring more awareness to the injustices and the normalizing of everyday stereotypes against minorities we face in this world every day. Every morning and every time my grandson leaves the house, I pray for God's arms of protection and safety to be around him as he travels to and from his destination, and to keep him safe in the midst of any large crowd gatherings, from any hurt, harm, or danger that may come from evildoers. And this is for all young people. For my grandson, dear Lord, your gifts are many. I am thankful for every one. One of the greatest gifts you've given is the gift of my dear grandson. Thank you for his life, dear Lord. Watch over him each day. May he be safe and free from harm as he goes about each day. Bless him through his life's trials. Help him choose right from wrong. An example to be for all to see. Standing tall and proud and strong. Thank you all for listening, and God bless.
As possible, but also get the message across. That's the Black experience in America. The Black experience in America, the Black experience in Connellsville is a much different one. I've been fortunate enough to travel to many different places, and this is the one I call home. I could have chosen to call many of those places home, but this is the one I chose to call home. Although it is a small town, and a lot of small towns have a stigma behind it that it is racist, especially when it's predominantly white. That hasn't always been my experience when dealing with my friends. It's the underlying racism that I find that I face more than outlying racism. And I find this to be due to I find this to be due to true ignorance, not the slang term of ignorance, but true ignorance, not knowing any better. I can never fault anyone for not knowing any better. But once you're educated and you know better and you don't do anything to make a change, that's when I can fault you. Learn more. Learn more about the struggle. Learn about how we came over here. And I said we gotta be the Black people I'm talking to now. We came over here spoon stacked, where we had to lay in each other's menstrual cycles, waste, and piss. Excuse my language, the children here. But that's a reality. That's how we came over here. But there's more to it than that. When I learned history here, that's where we started Black history, and that's where we ended, at slavery. There's much more to it than that. Once again, educate yourselves. There has to be a sense of Black pride in order for there to be progress within the Black community. There's not any of that here, because we don't know enough about ourselves. There's not enough things that are offered here. As Shante pointed to, the real change comes from the students, the youth, because they are our future. I'm glad to see a lot of youth here. That means you guys are looking to make a change. Pay attention to those who are around you because they are your allies. There are some enemies here too, I'm sure. But for the most part, there are people around you that are allies. And there are white people that are allies. But pay attention to the ones that aren't here as well. That call you friend. That smile on your face every day. Those are the ones that you got to be aware of. I'd rather my enemy be cloaked in enemy clothing so I know who they are, as opposed to brother warfare who I don't know who they are. And this is where systematic racism comes from, because there are a lot of people who are enemies, who are in positions to make change, but we don't know who this enemy is. I digress. This is something that I'm very passionate about. And if you guys don't know these names, please, I'm very much. W.E.B. Du Bois was a famous American author and intellect. He went to Harvard University in a time where blacks weren't allowed to attend integrated schools. He wrote a book called The Soul of Black Folks. This is a book that I implore all of you to read. It explains the Black experience in America to a T. Us as Black Americans live in two Americas. We live in white everyday America, the society we go to school in, the society we work in, and then we go home to Black America. These worlds are different, but they're very much the same. This is where white privilege comes from. I know that word makes some of you nervous. Good. That's what we're here for, right? To be uncomfortable, to learn. This is where white privilege comes from, because there's things in privilege. People think when you say privilege, you mean money or some type of something that comes with it. The thing that makes privilege. I'm gonna give you guys an example of my life. The thing that makes privilege is when I go to work and I start a new job, and a lady there asks me if I understand what she's saying to me. I have to make the distinction: is she asking me if I understand because I'm Black, or she asking me do I understand because she genuinely wants to know if I understand. This is the thing my white counterparts don't have to worry about. They don't have, and that's where the privilege comes in, because you don't have to make that distinction. I'm very conscious of the fact that I may be, especially in this area, the only black person that someone encounters. So I always make sure to carry myself in a way that's upstanding, in a way that's respectful. So when people see me, they say, oh, they were wrong. But I shouldn't have to carry that burden. I shouldn't have to put my best foot forward every day, just so people understand or to be a representative of my race. But that's what it is to be black in America. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Once again, I'm grateful for everyone that's here. That's not of color, because that speaks a lot to your character. We need you guys to make a change. What we want is change, reform all across the board. We want change. We want change that will be sustained. Remember, after you leave these protests, this is my third protest this week. After you leave these protests, you need to do something. White silence is not okay. If you see something wrong, say something. All lives matter. All lives can matter until Black Lives Matter. Not Black Lives Matter more. Not that white lives don't matter, but they matter. Comedian Michael Shea made the comment, what's less than matters exist. People say Black lives exist. Remember, be a change. Be the change you want to see. So that my children don't have to make this point. They're like the protest. Thank you.
Yesterday, I witnessed a protest in the town that's 10 minutes from here that I live in. The protest began as a Black Lives Matter rally. When the surface was scratched, the Black Lives Movement disappeared and the true colors showed. The Black Lives Matter movement was hijacked and elevated as the majority's voice. Today, I went to talk with our city protectors and what happened. I asserted my right to a peaceful, one-man protest walking up the hill to assaulted and harassed by a citizen because I dared to public space in Mount Pleasant, Pennsylvania. He tried to bait me with violence and kept my composure. I was shaken by the racist sputum from his mouth. I was empowered by it. At 9 a.m. this morning, he was charged with a hate crime because I decided to stand for my people in a whitewashed town. Today I learned accountability. We need accountability on every community level. We need witnesses and we need allies. We need people of power and we need people of power to come together We need people of power and people of power to come together and rally against the brutality of America. Today I learned of the good people who came to my aid, who came as witnesses, who stepped forward to protect a man's life. The accountability we see every day from the good in the world is where we need to see. It is where we need to see change. Accountability protects and diffuses dangerous situations. Today is the day we hold our neighbors accountable for the unjust act coming across in America. Today we learn the power of accountability. Yeah, I'm sorry guys. I'm really taking up for this. Today we talk, so we stand with our brothers and sisters, and we have to hold our family and our friends accountable for everything that's going wrong and the injustice in this country. So please stand together and stand with me as I say, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter.
I grew up here in Connellsville in the 70s, and it was no better then than it is now. However, this is a start, and it doesn't have to end. Today, tomorrow, next year. Sitting here and I look at all the signs around here, and this young man's sign here says that I understand that I will never understand. However, I stand with you. I understand even the fact that you're here. You're beginning to understand. And that's the only way that we're going to have unity in our community is for us to gather together, talk to one another, let each other know how you feel about what's going on around you. Not just here in Connellsville, any rally of support that you can make it to and go to, I encourage you to do so. You'll see young people, you'll see old people, you'll see middle-aged people here, and that's the beginning of unity, a real beginning of unity. But what I came up here to do is to a closing prayer. And I just wanted to say what I said. But we just humble ourselves before the Lord and just take heed to what's going on around us. And believe that there can be a change because it starts with each and every one of us. Amen? Father God, we come before you in the name of Jesus. Father, we humble ourselves before your throne of grace. Thanking you, Lord God, for each and every soul that came out here to fight against racism of all kinds, Father. Father, we know that Black Lives Matter. Father, we know that White Lives Matter. But Father, we need unity from you. We need you to help us, not just to end today, but to help us to start tomorrow, Father. Father, it's going to be you that leads us and guides us. So Father, we ask that you would just touch each and every soul that's gathered here today, Father. Touch them, Father, in their minds, and then go 18 inches down from their mind to their heart, and let them stick to what they've started, Father. Father, give them the strength, give them the courage to carry on, because it's only through you that we can do what we're doing. And Father, you know, we have a lot of friends that, like you've heard said, I have black friends, but I'm not allowed to date black people. However, Father, some of them call themselves Christians. But there's only one heaven, and there's only one God. And we have to know that in our heart first, Father, and then we can go forward and fight for injustice.